These people, anyway, I'm not going to even go there. Let's roll the clip. Roll it.
I would like to introduce the concept of the panel tonight. It's going to be a short dissertation, but I want you to think about this because I watched like you did yesterday, and something hit me pretty hard. Only 90 days ago, Pelosi went to Biden and said, you need to step aside, and convinced him to do so. He made the decision, and he did actually ask her, and we've now learned this, is she the right person to drive this home? He questioned that. He could have said, we need to run a process in order for me to make this move. But they decided not to. I don't know who they is. Was it Obama? Was it Pelosi? I don't care who it was. In stock picking, just listen to this analogy. And you may agree, you may not. 88% of managers, because this is the world I live in, cannot beat the S&P year in, year out. So you give them $1,000, the S&P beats them. They can't pick stocks. This is the second time the Democratic Party has circumvented democracy and chose.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. Hillary Clinton.
All right, let me put some info out there because he didn't get to fully say it because they kept cutting him off. Hillary Clinton, and it was proven, the DNC gave her questions in the debate. We already know that happened. They gave her questions in the debate, and they cheated. They decided to pick her over Bernie Sanders. I will say this until I die. Bernie Sanders would have beat Trump in 2016. I think Bernie would have beat Trump. Bernie was a little bit cleaner, and he was the left version of Donald Trump. And they are a lot more enthusiastic a lot of times than we are. They would have voted for him. He had a movement going. All of that free stuff he was talking about, they wanted it. Donald Trump, in my opinion, was what we wanted. Now, they circumvented the person that could have won, and they picked Hillary Clinton, who then you find out she deleting servers and she doing all kind of stuff. Benghazi, and she the worst candidate on planet Earth. They selected her, and they lost. That's why Kevin O'Leary is saying at this time, not one person voted for Kamala Harris as the presidential candidate. Not one person. She went through not one debate to have that nomination. That's circumventing. They didn't say, let's leave it up to Gavin Newsom and some of the other popular Democrats. They said, he stepped down and I'm anointing her. Whether you like it or not, you can't control. I'm anointing her. Whether she's good or not, whether she's going to pass the smell test or not, we just picked her. Screw you. Your vote picked me and I'm picking her.
Are you looking for a little extra spice while watching sports? Then don't fear. Underdog is here. The easiest place to play.
That's what he's talking about, Rhoda.
Hillary Clinton was chosen, and she had Bruce Springsteen too, and what happened to her? And now we've chosen.
Kevin, Hillary Clinton won a primary, okay? She won a primary. You may not
Nobody
like
could compete with her, even Bernie Sanders.
She won a primary.
Okay.
First of all, that's the first
So
thing.
did Kamala Harris win a primary?
Listen, we've talked about this before.
What's wrong about talking about it tonight after what you just saw?
Do you think that's really what matters to voters?
Right now.
How many Democrats
They
win?
mad.
Hold on.
Hang on a second.
Let's talk about what matters to voters. Do you really think voters care about the internecine primary process?
If you're a Democrat, you sure as hell care today.
I know that you are from Canada, but the primary process.
That's why I'm
the primary
perfect for this.
process in this
I have no
country
skin in the game
is
other
not
than
in
to
the
get a great
Constitution.
president.
It's not in the Constitution. The political parties can choose however they want to choose their nominee.
Right.
And as long as they meet the legal deadlines in the states where they are on the ballot, they can do it however they want.
I
they
just
can decide
want to be transparent. Yes, I was born in Canada,
in
but
December 2023 to just handpick somebody.
just to be
You don't have to have a
transparent,
primary.
I was born in
It's just
Canada.
not a
It's a
thing.
Democratic Party
It's not a
process,
thing.
not a Democratic.
No, but my kids were born and raised in Boston. All my investments in the United States. I want the president, whoever it is, to be a
You're
winner.
describing something as undemocratic that has absolutely nothing to do with the democratic
And this is
process.
why
she
Americans
anointed
don't
her.
like the candidate any of them.
I'm glad they think this way. Aren't you? I'm glad. Because they keep thinking that they're smarter than you dumb fools and they know better than you. They keep acting as if the American people aren't like, wait a minute. I didn't like Kamala Harris when she was vice president. I did not want her to vote. I did not vote for her whatsoever. She got 0 delegates when she ran for president. She didn't even make the last 2 debates. Tulsi Gabbard outlasted her in the debates. And Tulsi Gabbard is on Trump's team now. So if a person is legitimately involved in the Democrat Party and the process thereof, they have made a decision for the most part to say, she is not my top 5 favorites. Then he handpicked her, selected her as an affirmative action hire because she was not a qualified black woman, in my personal opinion. He just picked her because he wanted a black woman on the ticket to get the Negro vote. Because this is the last time he's going to need y'all Negroes. So he's going to try to pull out all stops to get the Negro one more time. And they knew they could have her as a successor. They planned that way before you even thought about it. She was one of the worst vice presidents to ever live. Her ratings were dismal. And then what happens? They lied to us about Joe Biden's status. And they had the nerve to put this fool in a debate, and the whole world could see what Republicans have been talking about forever, that this dude is not competent. But they don't impeach him and remove him from office, although he's incompetent. They just tell him, go away, get COVID, and then write a letter to say you're no longer in the race anymore. And then what do? They install another person. They don't have a debate. They don't have a conversation. They have a town hall. They didn't even have to think about it. Nobody competed, nothing. They just rolled it over into Kamala Harris. One is because she probably could retain all that donation money that he got since she was on his ticket instead of starting over in a donation completely. That's probably one of the reasons why they did it, because they needed all the money they can. This woman has every celebrity in the book endorsing her, and she's still losing to Trump in many ways. She's still tight in the polls. If this man was Hitler and he was a racist, and his economy was terrible, and he lost billions of jobs, like they said, millions of jobs, like they said he did. If the guy had no plan for America, he's been indicted I don't know how many times, he got impeached twice, they tried to kill him twice, and this man is still hanging in there, maybe, just maybe, the American people are seeing through your bull crap. Maybe, just maybe, there's something to this guy. And you can't just blow it off as he's just crazy. Nobody in the world would have a chance at all the stuff they've done to him, burned his name, and he's still looking like he's going to win. They should be ashamed of themselves. Kevin O'Leary, keep doing your thing. They ever bring me on there, people going to be on that show crying.